another segment of Sort of Live from Studio V.
Uh-huh.
What do we have here tonight, Kev?
Well, we want to talk about kind of a little update on Mattel's acquisition of the DC license. Now, this happened at some point, late last year?
Yes.
And Mattel has been pumping out DC product. And what they've done is, with their animated line, the Justice League Unlimited, although the cartoon is no longer with us, the toy series continues on. As you see here, we have some of the latest examples of their animated line. This is basically a 3 3/4 figure done in the animated style. They've been doing them, Mattel's been doing them most recently. Formerly, the animated style was done by another company with Batman and Superman. But we're very happy that it's at Mattel now. Mattel continues to impress with their selection of characters. They really are kind of zeroing in a little bit on the collector interest in this line.
They definitely opened up the vault for this line.
Oh, definitely. Characters like The Question. It's a very, very different character to do. And there's a lot of other ones as well. Galatea, Fire and Ice. A lot of characters that weren't, I don't know if some of these appeared. Some of them might have appeared. Some of them might not have appeared.
Has there ever been a Question figure before?
I don't think there's ever been a Question.
Yeah, I think that's probably
not an animated one.
That's probably the first time.
There's been one from DC Direct.
From DC Direct, yeah.
But this is more your commercial line that's coming from Mattel. We do talk about DC Direct 6-inch figures. They are fantastic. They focus more on the artist's interpretations of the character, which I think is their strength.
Right.
Where this is kind of a generic, in this case animated, in the case of the other batch we'll get to in a minute, more of a generic type of character feel, if you will. So who do you have over there?
I have over here, I've got Supergirl, Green Lantern, and Captain Atom in this 3-pack. And then in this one here, we have another Green Lantern and Fire and Ice.
Right. And then I have over here, I have Superman, the Huntress, and Galatea. And of course, Flash, Wonder Woman, and The Question. Now, one thing that has always come up, at least questions to us, is why the 3-packs? Why the 3-packs? Because then invariably, many of these will be available in single packs as well. So for the collector, it doesn't, how do you go with it? You know what I mean? Do you get the 3-pack now? Do you wait and see what they're going to do with the single pack? Maybe they'll change the costume. Maybe they'll put an accessory, which none of these have.
Right.
They may put some sort of accessory that makes the single pack much more desirable to have than the 3-pack. But for me personally, The Question, I'm not waiting to see what they do. If they do something snazzy with The Question when he comes in a single, I'll get the single too.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why the replication of the Green Lantern, do you think?
I don't know. The core characters seem to get a lot of play, especially in these 3-packs. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, The Flash. They tend to get a lot of play in the 3-packs and even in the singles, and they've been done multiple times. You got to go with the company from a non-collectible standpoint, sir, which says that these are the most identifiable characters for kids. Put one in, you're much more likely to sell that pack if a Flash figures in there or a Superman than some of these other
I agree with
characters.
you, but I have a question or a point to make on that.
All right.
Why no Batman then? There's no Batman in any of these 3-packs, yet there's two of the same Green Lantern.
Okay.
That was my question.
In this particular line.
In this particular assortment.
Don't know. I don't have an answer.
All right.
Anyone out there have an answer? You can call this number right down here, and you can leave us information. You can ask us about these or other products that you see on Studio V, or tell us about products that you'd like to see in live from Studio V segments. Now with the magic of TV, we're going to swap these out for their 6-inch cousins. Okay, you ready? And there they are.
Wow, look at that.
The magic of TV.
Fancy, fancy.
This is the latest series of the DC Universe Classics. Isn't that what this is called?
The DC Universe line. I don't know if they're called Classics necessarily, especially because there's a Batman Beyond in this line.
Classics, sir. Classics.
Oh, all right.
DC Universe Classics. This is wave 4, fourth wave of these to come out now. Includes characters Cyborg, who I'm holding here in my hand. Also includes Wonder Woman.
Ares.
Ares, right. And this is Captain Atom. And a 5th character, Batman Beyond, who we don't have currently here in the studio with us tonight. He couldn't be here. He sent his regards.
He's ill?
He's not well. His package was not good enough for film.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
All right.
You put them all together and you build Despero. Build-A-Figure concept has really taken off, and I think Mattel and most companies, particularly Mattel, is making great use of that to do slightly larger characters, slightly more rarer characters you wouldn't necessarily get per se.
On a single card by themselves.
Right, because of due to their size or their obscurity and so on and so forth. Despero, I think, is definitely one of those characters. Each piece comes with a piece of Despero. Pop them all together and you get Despero. So in a series of 5, you're actually going to get 6 figures, which is very nice.
Absolutely.
Concept's been around for a while. I think Mattel is well using it.
Sure.
These are fully articulated pieces, fantastic sculpts. Like we said before, the difference here between what Mattel is doing and DC Direct, and we get this question all the time, I think DC Direct tends to focus more on the artist's interpretation of these characters. They don't concern themselves so much with articulation and so on and so forth.
Right. They also, if they don't pick an artist, sometimes they pick a particular story or story arc or graphic novel or collection, something like that. Whereas, again, Mattel kind of does something a bit more generic with the character. But great representations nonetheless.
Right. And then, of course, as always, the line does have at least one variant. This is Artemis. She's a variant for this line. She's a variant on Wonder Woman, as you can see. Mattel's been very good about their variants. Other companies have kind of really made the variants very difficult to get and collect, and some of them extraordinarily difficult to collect. I think Mattel has done a very good job about selecting characters, number one, for variants, and as the way they pack them in, they've done a good job with that as well.
A little bit easier to get your hands on.
Slightly easier, yes. So that is Mattel moving forward in their DC line. They're doing other fantastic things also with their DC license. We've just touched on the 2 that really impress us the most. That animated line is scheduled to continue. There are some incredible characters coming up. Gentleman Ghost comes to mind, which is just an unbelievable figure coming from the animated Justice League Unlimited line. And of course, the 6-inch DC Universe Classics will continue as well. Their 5th series is also starting to hit right about now. And we will bring you more of these as they come. We want to keep tabs on Mattel. We want to make sure that they don't get out of control like other companies. And you said you had a problem with it being called the Classics line, but having Batman Beyond.
Yeah, is he really a classic?
Cartoon's over.
So that makes him a classic?
It's in the past.
All right.
That's a classic cartoon now.
Okay.
Because it is over.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right.
So check these out, Mattel.com. Again, if you have questions about these, you want to make some comments, you want to ask us about other products that you'd like to see in Studio V, the number's right here. And give us a call, leave us a message, and there you go.
That's it.
I guess.
All right. I'm going to go build the figure now.
Well, you would have to open them to build them.
Yeah, well, you know.
These aren't yours.
Yeah, but you're going to open them anyway, right? You're not a poser.